Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is cut the head and put everything to boil in the pan. It should boil around 5 minutes, and I will use the water afterwards. So whatever liquid comes from the pan, it's to cook the pasta. So let's get dirty. So what I did so far was to put the fish to boil. You can actually see, oops, time to take it out. I cut it into smaller pieces, should already be cooked. I will take the fish out, take the bones out, and keep the water. This is the water that I will use to boil also the pasta. For in terms of vegetables, I think I will use 1.5 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 3 to 4 tomatoes, 1 paprika, and some seasonings. The seasoning, I think I will use red pepper, paprika. For me, paprika always goes into a red dish. Something that turns red will get paprika. And well, then I'll see if there's something else that I want to add. Fish is boiled. I will let it cool down for a bit. You have it here, look. I will have to take out the bones and look at this wonderful water. So this is where all the flavor from this dish comes from. It's here. And then obviously with the vegetables, what it will happen is that I will first cook a bit the onions, the tomatoes, paprika, and so on. And after that I will use my blender to mix everything. And yeah, and then you'll see. Please continue. I still need to take out the bones from the fish. We have here 3 tomatoes, 1 paprika, 1.5 onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a nice generous olive oil. Please find good olive oil. As a Portuguese, it's very important, the quality of the olive oil. This is the base of most of our dishes like this. So it's onions, garlic, 1 leaf, and tomato, and sometimes paprika. So paprika is not, it depends. So now what I will do is take out the bones, put all of these inside, let it cook for a bit of wine, white wine, some spices, let it cook for a bit, add the water, and let it boil for a few minutes. After that, use my blender, and at that time the fish should already be ready to be added to the dish. But before I add the fish, I actually will put the pasta, and the pasta should cook around 12 minutes, this type of pasta that I have. In the last few minutes before, I will add the fish, so that it doesn't cook too much, and that it's gonna be warm. At the end, I will add some meat and coriander. In the meantime, I will show you more. Almost done with the fish. I still have a bit to take out, the bones, also the head and the tail and so on. And look at this beautiful. Just take a bit more, add a bit of the liquid that came from the fish, and then use the blender, and let's see the next step. Okay, so now the sauce is almost ready. I'm not sure yet how much water much liquid should it have. Only after I will use the blender. So the goal here now is to mix everything, and if I need, I add a bit more water. So I will be looking at some specific consistency, and if I need, I will actually add a bit more of what I want in order to reduce a bit later. So let's get started. I hope I don't do a big mess, because sometimes it happens. Okay, I think I'm happy with it. Just going to check if it needs a bit more water or not. It will need a bit more water. So this is more or less what I'm aiming for. And as I was saying, well, it happened. Up to the next. Okay, I already checked the seasoning. Needed a tiny bit salt. Fish is ready. The pasta already went inside. I actually have to mix it a bit because it's getting stuck to the end, to the bottom. Let me show you how they are. It's actually this one. So now it also has mint, and it's going to cook for around 12 minutes. So when it reaches 10 minutes, I will add the fish and the parsley, and then it's ready. This dish is supposed to have a bit of sauce. I'm still going to see if I put all the fish or not. I think I have too much fish for this dish, but I will use it in a different dish later on. Okay, it has been cooking for 14 minutes, so more than what I was expecting. It's almost cooked, and it looks good. This is supposed to be a kind of a soup, kind in the sense that it has to have a lot of liquid. It has a very nice mint flavor, and I won't add the coriander. I will put it aside, so each one decides if they want to put or not. I think that even for me, I'm not going to put, because I really like the flavor that it has. So now, add the fish, 1 more minute, and it's ready to eat. And it's ready. So let's show. I think it has a bit too much pasta. It should have a bit less next time. No, tiny bit less. I put 300 grams. Well, I guess it should be around 200. Now let's go and try it. And this is the end result. I'm gonna try it with one hand, so if I do mistake, sorry for that. So let's put in the plate. And a bit of sauce. And this is it. You can always add a bit of hot, some kind of hot that you have. Personally, I love it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and give a like.